As we read the lines of the poem The Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by the Stephen Spender, the poet, you already have one more lesson with Stephen Spender, which was in your course but has been deleted this year. In these lines which you have just read or which were displayed to you, the poem in these lines describes the pathetic and the miserable conditions of the children. Those who are sitting in this classroom, which is in a slum. I hope you all know what is a slum. Slum is a place which is a very backward place where you have stingy houses thatched with mud, no proper drains, no proper ventilations, no proper cleanliness, no sewage, no drainage. Everything garbage here and there, and small huts. And the children's faces over here in the classroom, they are usually like your faces only. As see, whether it is a rich children or child or whether it is a poor child, the faces are same. But these children are far away from the beauty of nature. They don't have anything to do with the beauty of nature. So they look weak and hungry. As it is shown in the poem, they are like rootless weeds. They are not wanted children. They are unwanted. And they are very weak and hungry as shown in the poem. In the first few stanzas or first few lines which we have read, their unkept hair means their not bound hair properly, and it is like rootless weeds on their pale faces. मुरझाए हुए चेहरे हैं. Unlike the school children who are very energetic, full of life and enthusiasm, these children seemed withered, lifeless, बिल्कुल मुरझाए हुए. There is no life, there is no energy, there is no enthusiasm. The children of the slum are also unwanted in society. Nobody wants them in the society, just as weeds are not wanted in the grass, or the farmer grows some crops. The farmer only grows the crops. But when the crops start growing up, we have another kind of grass which comes automatically along with the crop. Now this grass has not been grown by the farmer. So what the farmer does, he employs people to take out that grass because that grass is not wanted in the crop, which will spoil the crop. There is a tall girl in the classroom who is very depressed, very sad. She keeps her head down. उसका सिर झुका हुआ है. Being burdened by sad thoughts, and these sad thoughts are not of movies or something other related to some family life. These sad thoughts are of poverty, garibi. The girl is perhaps physically and mentally exhausted. ये physically or mentally exhausted है because of her poverty, that is garibi. Maybe she's not had proper food to eat, she's not have a proper sleep, she has some sickness. She is not able to tell her feelings, her depressed feelings to anyone. So because of that, she has put her head down in the class. The other students of the class are not in better situation others. Okay, we talked about this girl who had her head down. But the other children are also in the similar situation. Just like the girl who is burdened with the problems of poverty, there is a boy sitting in the class who is as thin as paper. बिल्कुल दुबला पतला. Undoubtedly because of his malnutrition. Now he's not dubla patla because he's not getting food to eat, beta. He's getting the food which is not nutrition, which is not nutritious, which does not have energy, which does not give him strength, which does not give him proper feeding. So he's malnutritioned. He has big eyes like those of a rat, bulging eyes, आँख बाहर को निकलना. We can take it for two ways, beta. Rat is very small, so it has very small eyes. The rat, when it is hungry, it gets a bulge in the eye. So all the bulge and the smallness of the eyes is related to poverty. यानी इसको भी खाने को नहीं मिला है, तो उसकी आंखें bulge हो गई हैं या आंखें अंदर घुस गई हैं. And yet there is one more boy in the classroom. He has inherited his father's diseases. Means his father was suffering from arthritis or some bone problem or some other problem, and that has been given to him as, like we get property from our family, we get a land, a house, car, bikes from our family. his father has given him a disease which he carries forward. He has inherited this disease because his father could not afford treatment, so it has come to him. Now he carries on with this disease. And this boy, there is one weak and unnoticed boy in the back of the class, and he is dreaming. He is not dreaming of good things. Like when you are sitting in the class, a teacher is teaching, and you have got lots of dreams of outside world, because you know after the school you have got a very good life, you have got a good food to eat, you have got friends to meet, you have got a TV to see, you have got a shopping malls to go for shopping, your visitors are coming, your relatives are coming, so there is happy life after the school for you. But this boy inside the class, he is dreaming of a very happy life according to him. And you will imagine, what is his happy life? His happy life is, what are the squirrels doing? गिलहरियां पेड़ में कैसे खेल रही होंगी. So the dull and monotonous atmosphere in the classroom is perhaps unable to arrest his attention, and because of the atmosphere in the class, very dull, very feeble, very sad. Some girl is sitting down with her head down, some is a very thin boy, some are having rat's eyes, some are unnoticed, the hairs are torn and they are very in a scampy position. So this boy is not interested in the classroom. He is only interested in the outside world, what is happening to the trees where the squirrels are playing. So his world is just a tree, beta. You can imagine a tree where a squirrel is playing. I have got lots, you have got lots. A world full of energy, enthusiasm, chakachond, बहुत बड़ा शोर शराबा, limelight, धूम धाकड़. But with this boy, he's just interested in the outside world where the squirrels will be playing in a tree. So he wants to get out of this classroom because he feels, all the children in this classroom feel they are unwanted, they are not required as students. Okay, so this was the first stanza. Then we'll continue with the second stanza. Now in the second stanza, as you read the lines, in this the poet is describing the dirty conditions of the classroom. Usually when we are living in a school which is newly built or a house newly built, for the first few years, we see that the paint and all gives a very pleasant scene. It's everything beautiful here and there. And as the time processes, because of the climatic conditions, because of the environmental conditions, because of overuse of the conditions, we see that this place starts getting shabby. The paint starts to fall off. There are rough patches and all these things. And the classroom scenario over here is very pale and dirty because all the paint has gone off. And in the classroom, we have an unpleasant feeling, like in the school. Father has provided you nice house boards where you decorate these boards from time to time during some festival season, during some occasion, or it's an announcement there is going to be a class board competition. We decorate. So similarly, in this school in a slum, the people decorate the class, but not with much good things. Like they have one side, they have a list of all the donors who have given donations for the school's building and the painting and the repair work. And one side they have a picture of Shakespeare, a shabby picture of Shakespeare, very old, like we have pictures of Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, great leaders, great historians, great scientists, great mathematicians, great people who have done great for the society. We put these pictures in our school. But in this school, they have the picture of Shakespeare and the picture of donors. Plus, they have a scenery of a Trialese Valley, a yellow-colored flower, where nice scenery is there. And these children have nice, small sceneries where they are showing the city people moving on. All the people are busy in their work. So very simple classroom. Like in St. Peter's School, senior secondary school, the senior section which we have in Kishanpur. There we have peaceful environment because it is built away from the city. Now these days we see lots of houses coming up there, so now also we find a little bit turbulences, little bit uh, chaos and confusions, buses coming, cars coming, bikes coming. But earlier it was not there. That was the only school on the outskirts of the city. But in Avas Vikas we have one school where on both all four sides we have the road, and the school goes on. Teacher teaches, the bell rings, the periods change, the school gets over. Whether people are moving here and there, that does not make a difference because the school runs. Because earlier when it was built, maybe that much people were not living, that much locality had not developed. But since now it's the center of our Vikas, we have to bear. We cannot tell the people to stop moving because some are moving to their houses, some are moving to their offices, some are going for some work, some are coming to the school, some are traveling, some are bringing things. The rickshawalas, the tuk-tuk-walas, the people, all are moving. So we have to bear with that. So over here, the school condition has been shown as very pathetic. It's now very hazy school, a very dirty school, very shabby school with all the paint coming off. And the early morning, the sky is shown as cloudless for them. As we get up in the morning, we have a bright sunshine, a very clear and pleasant day. But for these people, the morning sky is shown as cloudless. In one picture, there's one picture. Like we try to make a picture which is giving beauty, which is pleasant, which is like bright. But these children, they have a picture in the wall which is shown as very dull, a very hazy morning, a very dull morning, a very foggy morning. There's also a picture of this beautiful valley over there, Triley's Valley, which has been described in the lines, the third line of your stanza. If you go through, there is a nice valley over there, a valley of flowers. It's found in the Austria. It's a yellow flower, and there is a nice, beautiful flower picture. And the world, which has a map which introduces the whole world, all the cities of the world, the big and small, choti shahar, bade country, choti country, and symbolically gives the children the whole world. The teachers tell them this map contains the whole world. But all of these pictures have no meaning for these children. अब बेटा कितनी पिक्चर हो, डोनर्स की लिस्ट हो, शेक्सपियर की हो, वर्ल्ड मैप हो, ट्रायलीज वैली हो, एक अंधकारमयी सुबह हो, but these children, these pictures have no meaning for them. The world depicted on these walls, जो अलग अलग किस्म की सीनरियों से पूरा वर्ल्ड दिखाया गया है, for these children it is of no use. It does not contain their homes. It's only a scenic beauty presented in the picture. But the children, they don't like this scenic beauty when compared to their life, because their life is in hopelessness and hunger. उनकी जिंदगी बेटा भूखमरी और एक दयालु जिंदगी है, तो उनके लिए ये चकाचौंध की जिंदगी, शहर, मैप, शेक्सपियर, pictures, wall adorned with flowers, this is not their life. Their life is painted with a fog. अंधकारमयी जिंदगी है. The fog of hopelessness and hunger. Their future is very grim and it's uncertain. They don't know, will we have a change in our future? जब क्या हमारा आगे की जिंदगी में कोई बदलाव होगा, कोई अच्छापन आएगा? They don't have this. They never know this. They have a very grim future of their life being changed. A grim, a sly turn in their lives which will bring a positive change in their lives. They don't believe. And their life is the sealed डार्क स्काई. उनके ऊपर एक आसमान जिसके अंदर उनकी सारी जिंदगी बीत जाती है. उनके लिए बेटा रे ऑफ होप नहीं है. हमारी लाइफ में देयर इज अ रे होप. वी ऑलवेज से वर्क हार्ड, ट्राई बेटर, प्रैक्टिस मोर, so we may succeed. But these children, they know whatever they do, the pictures, the paintings, the Shakespeare picture, the world map, all these worldly life, चकाचौंध की जिंदगी उनके लिए नहीं है, क्योंकि वो कुछ भी कर लें, उनकी जिंदगी में कोई बदलाव नहीं आने वाला है. The poet again says that the world is far away from all the actual world. इनकी दुनिया बेटा एक दुनिया से बिल्कुल अलग है. Far from rivers, far from mountains, far from bright life, far from all the luxuries. Their life is in this sloggy slum. These things are like, for these people, अच्छापन, अच्छे खाना, अच्छा रहना, अच्छे shops, अच्छे Malls achieve chakachaund ki jindagi, luxurious life, good cars, every good facilities are like same way as it is like stars. जैसे हम बेटा स्टार्स को टच नहीं कर सकते हैं, वैसे these children believe we cannot touch all the goodness, all the luxuries, all the comforts of life in the future. The poet calls the portrait of Shakespeare wicked because it is meaningless for these children going to a slum school where there is no quality of education for them. They believe, who's this Shakespeare? Because first, in the normal language or normal world, we class 8 children. Below class 8, they are not taught who is Shakespeare. So for them, Shakespeare is a wicked man. Secondly, the wickedness could be because of his appearance. If you have seen the pictures of great scientists of olden times wearing long hair and long beard, which according to the children are wicked because they feel that Shakespeare's work is nothing for them. Who is this wicked man? The map is also bad example for these children because this present life in the slum is their map. Whatever they see in that map, they are not worried about. They don't like it because what is their life in that map? For them, they feel that our life is this slum. This is the map of their life. There is no world beyond poverty, hunger, hopelessness for these children. So they don't hope for anything good. So these maps are unreal for these children. So according to the poet, when they see this map, they see this Shakespeare, for them these things are of no value because these things they feel they are unreal for this world, for them, because they are living in the slums, in the foggy slums where there is no life for them. So they believe this map is of no use. This Shakespeare's picture is of no use. It is not going to help them in anything. So it's an unreal image of all these things. Their real image is this foggy slum. The beautiful world with like sun, ships, love and care tempt them to steal. They want these things because they are not getting these things in their lives. They are not getting love. They are not getting happiness. They are not getting great things. They are not having proper food. So they feel, they are longing for it. वे चाहते हैं कि बेटा उनको भी अच्छी जिंदगी मिले, अच्छा खाना मिले, अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट मिले, अच्छा क्लाइमेट मिले, अच्छा वातावरण मिले. Because they don't have these worldly things, so they are longing for them. They lived in cramped holes like small hutments, छोटी छोटी झुग्गी झोपड़ियां में, जैसे कहते हैं ना होल्स होते हैं, जानवर एक होल बना के रहता है, वैसे इनकी जिंदगी भी बेटा जानवरों की तरह कंपेयर करी गई है, स्मॉल हटमेंट्स. एंड देयर इज नो एंड टू मिजरी इन देयर लाइफ्स. और इनकी लाइफ में इनकी मिजरी का, इनकी पॉवर्टी की, इनकी गरीबी की, इनकी दयालुता का कोई अंत नहीं है. देयर इज परपेचुअल स्टेट ऑफ हंगर एंड डिस्पेयर. इनकी लाइफ में बेटा हमेशा भूख और दुख और दर्द रहेगा. द बॉडीज ऑफ दीज चिल्ड्रन लुक लाइक गार्बेज हीप्स. इनके बच्चों के जो बदन है बेटा, वो ऐसे लगते हैं कि चारों तरफ कूड़ा फैला हुआ है, बिकॉज इनके बदनों में कोई ढंग के कपड़े नहीं है. दे आर वेरी स्किनी और दुबले पतले हैं, एंड देयर बोन्स आर स्टीलिंग, पीपिंग फ्रॉम इनसाइड. Now in the other words you can say their clothes are torn. उनके कपड़े फटे हुए हैं तो उसके अंदर से उनकी स्किन दिख रही है. So they have said the bones or skins peeping by the bones. The state of poverty is intensified by the fact that these children, some are wearing glasses. Those glasses are like bits of bottle, small broken bottles in the हीप वी फाइंड. टूटी फूटी बोतलें. वैसे ही बेटा इनके चश्मे टूटे फूटे हैं. हम लोग का चश्मा टूट जाता है, वी आस्क आवर पेरेंट्स एंड इमीडिएटली द पेरेंट गिव अस न्यू स्पेक्स. दो दे स्कोल्ड अस लिटिल बिट बट दे गिव अस न्यू स्पेक्स. बट दीज चिल्ड्रन हैव टू मेंड दोज टूटे फूटे पेन के चलाना। जैसे बेटा आज चारों तरफ टूटी फूटी बोतलें होती हैं, वैसे इनके ग्लास भी होते हैं। ऑल लेफ्ट देयर लाइफ इज बीइंग डिस्ट्रॉयड इन दिस स्लम। उनकी सारी जिंदगी इन स्लम्स में बर्बाद हो रही है। द स्लम इज लाइक अ ब्लॉट एज बिग एज अ डूम ऑन द मैप। दो फील जैसे एक छोटा सा बेटा धब्बा होता है, बेकार धब्बा मैप में, वैसी उनकी लाइफ है। एंड दीज चिल्ड्रन दीज बिलीव कि वी डोंट लाइक दिस मैप, वेयर इन दिस मैप कैन यू शो आवर स्लम्स। क्या इस मैप में हमारे स्लम्स का भी एक धब्बा लगा है, एक छोटी सी पॉइंट लगा है? कैन एनीबडी टेल अस वेयर आर द स्लम्स इन आवर मैप? In this map, if you show the slums in this map, if our life changes, if our life also becomes like those countries which are shown in the map, then we will believe that map is a good example. Otherwise, map is a bad example. Shakespeare is wicked. All the worldly life is nothing for them. They have to live in these cramped holes, in these small hutments, in the entire life, living in pathetic conditions, only dreaming for a bright future. In the fourth stanza, the children will continue to suffer hell. The children keep suffering hell unless some government officials or some governor or some inspector or some educationist who comes to the school. It happens in our school also. From time to time when we are studying in the school, there is an announcement made that on so and so date we'll be having inspection of the school. So we gear up for it. We get in informations and the things we have to do. The books should be covered, the copies should be maintained, there should be silence, there should be discipline, so that it does not affect the inspection of the school. So similarly in their places also, sometimes a governor, inspector or a visitor or an educationist comes, and that day the poet wants the people to be civilized. He wants that there should, the gap of civilization between the एजुकेशनिस्ट, द इंस्पेक्टर, द गवर्नर, उनके बीच का और बच्चों का दूरी, उनका गैप एक सा लगे. And these people should come and looking at the pathetic condition of the children, they should provide an atmosphere and they should give a glimpse that this world needs these children also. They should offer these children a glimpse of a better world so that the maps will become their windows. ताकि बच्चे उस मैप में इंपॉर्टेंस दें, ना कि खिड़की में देखें कि क्या हो रहा है बाहर. They should give the map an importance and the ब्यूटीफुल चार्मिंग वर्ल्ड को छोड़ के जो उनकी जिंदगी है, बच्चे पढ़ाई लिखाई में ध्यान दें और अंदर अपने क्लास के अंदर जो हो रहा है उस पे ध्यान दें. सो द पोएट इज अपीलिंग intensively from inside that these people who come to visit should see the condition of these people and provide a glimpse of hope, so that these children also get quality education. Then these windows of the elementary school which continue all their hopes and dreams, जो ये elementary school में जो windows हैं जिन पे इनकी उम्मीद बड़ी है, इनकी सपने हैं, they should offer these children something bright. जो एक खिड़की से बाहर देखते हैं बेटा, एक सपना लिए हुए, एक desire, एक dream लिए, and must be broken so that these children ought to be in the green fields. These children also require अच्छी जिंदगी. They should be in the green fields, away from filthy surroundings. कहीं ना कहीं इन बच्चों को भी बेटा साफ सुथरी जगहों में रहने का इंतजाम होना चाहिए. They should also get the feeling what we enjoy. We enjoy all the greenery, the beauty of all nature, good climate, good roads, good shops, good malls, good places to move, good adventurous places, nice picnic places. These children also need to be moved out of their filthy conditions, and they also need to be in a proper and green and colorful environment. So the poet desires that these children should be allowed. इन बच्चों को भी परमिशन मिलनी चाहिए to run freely on the golden sands. Like we are free to do whatever we are, whatever we want to do, wherever we want to go. These children should be also allowed to run freely on the golden sands. Golden sands means रेत. इनको भी बेटा खुली रेत में घूमने की परमिशन मिले, इनको भी खुली रेत में जाने का मन लगता होगा. So they should also get, and they should also be able to live under a clear sky. And that means, in direct words, run freely, run openly, run in their own minds, run in their own wish, and they should also be allowed to enjoy the clear sky, all the good climates, all the beauty of the world. Indirectly, the poet wants to see or say that these children also should make progress in their lives. इनकी life में भी progress होनी चाहिए. They should be allowed to have quality education. These children also need quality education. Like beta, now we are under pandemic. This coronavirus has affected our studies, but the principals, the schools of all the places are doing something or the other for the children. See, now we are having the comforts of life. So what we are doing, we have something called online schooling. So through the medium of mobile phones, through the medium of internet, through the medium of Zoom classes, at least we are able to cope up with the studies. I'm not saying we are coping up to 100%, but at least kuch percentage. Anyway, if you say 100% of studies, at least 50% is helping you out. But imagine those people. अब ये झुग्गी झोपड़ी वाले स्कूल में बात करें तो बेटा कोरोना ने तो इनको बिल्कुल खत्म कर दिया होगा. Because they may not be having mobiles. In case somebody has a mobile also, spending on internet package. They don't have this laptops. So all these things may have completely hampered them. At least आप लोग बेटा continuation में हैं. Now many of you are not taking it seriously. That is a different case. But at least we are in touch with the studies. So as soon as the schools open, we have just a revision taught. At least you have that 50% in mind. Ki haan, sir has taught that, madam has taught that. Come on, recapitulate. But so these children also require quality education in whatever means they have. I'm not saying they can turn immediately to virtual classroom, internet, mobiles, high-tech classes, but whatever they get, whatever the things they have, whatever the resources they have, they should get accustomed to that, and from that resources they should have quality of education. And he says, if education is given to these children, it can be immensely helpful for their progress. और ये आगे तरक्की कर सकते हैं बेटा. कहते हैं ना, education is the root of all things. जड़ है कि education हर अच्छी चीज का. आप इंजीनियर बनना चाहते हैं, डॉक्टर बन जाना चाहते हैं, whatever you want to be in life, education. So if these children are also given quality education, it will immensely help their life and progress, and they may also achieve their dreams. History is written by those whose language has his warmth, the energy of the sun. So he says history उन्हीं वही लिख सकते हैं या उन्हीं के बारे में लिख सकते हैं बेटा जिसको सब कुछ मिलता है. हिस्ट्री उनके बारे में लिखते हैं बेटा जो बहुत पढ़े लिखे होते हैं, जो तो हाई प्रोफाइल होते हैं या उन्होंने नाम कमाया होता है. हिस्ट्री हम उन्हीं के बारे में लिखते हैं. हिस्ट्री वी डोंट राइट ऑफ अ पुअर बेगर, अ पुअर lame person, a poor needy person, a poor handicapped person. We write history of popular people, those who have achieved something in life, maybe through education, maybe through their work, maybe through their life. उनके बारे में लिखते हैं. सो कहते हैं कि अगर हिस्ट्री लिखवानी है इन बच्चों ने, कहीं ना कहीं इनके बारे में अगर हमको लिखना है तो कहीं ना कहीं we have to give them quality education so they also stand up in this world and feel the same as we are. So the poet requests the readers that these children need to have a quality education in order to improve their life, in order to progress their life. Okay, so I hope you have understood this poem, and at the end of this poem, through the slide representation, I'll be giving you 5 to 6 questions which you'll have to do in your fair copies, and at the time of submission, those question and answers should be in your fair copies. Okay, thank you.